Our group is gonna explain the high-efficiency coal power plant. High-efficiency coal power plant has recently thought to be one of the useful sorts of power plants when thinking the whole system of energy mix. At first, Yutaro, tell you the introduction why we need to think about the coal power now again, especially from the view of Japan. In Japan, after the nuclear accident in Fukushima, the energy mix have dramatically changed. The proportion of nuclear have decreased 28.6 to 1.0%, while that of thermal have largely increased by over 25%. It made the electricity expensive and the provision unstable. In addition to that, the environmental effect on thermal is also serious. Where we consider the energy mix, we can and need to think four principles. Those are decreasing the proportion of nuclear, stable provision, environmental friendly and cheap energy. It is from the opinions of the people and need of electricity. You can guess the possible solution like this figure. Owing to the need of a stable supply, geothermal and hydroelectric power are better alternatives for nuclear. However, you also have to promote solar power and wind farms. But these plants are pretty unstable. It means the thermal power plants are still being needed. That's why it is good to think about the new technology of coal power. So in the next, Kentaro sees advantages of the coal power more deeply.
I will talk about the advantage of coal-fired power plant. There are two good points. I will talk about the advantage of coal-fired power plant. There are two good points. Firstly, coal is distributed around the world. Look at this chart. It shows distribution of coal in North America, Europe and Eurasia, and Asia Pacific. Almost 90% of coal is reserved. These countries are safe. Therefore, coal is supplied stably. Secondly, we can use coal for a long time compared with oil and natural gas. Look at this chart. This shows mineable years of each resources. Mineable years is the length we can use the resources. We can use coal for 143 years. So it is said that coal is abundant. As a result, price is low and stable. Like this, since coal has good points, now coal-fired power plant is paid attention. Integrated coal gasification combined cycle has three of the advantages. Firstly, efficiency is good. Power generation efficiency increased from 42% to 50%. Secondly, it is good for environment. The amount of emission air pollutant decreases. Thirdly, the cost can be kept down. The cost is lower because we can use low quality coal, which has not ever been used. Next speaker is Yuki Kunimura. He talks about disadvantage of coal-fired power plant and conclusion.
Next, I will tell you disadvantages of high-efficiency thermal power generation. First, coal produce SOx or NOx and so on. Second, they pollute environment. Third, coal makes more CO2 than other power generation. So, coal will hurt the environment. Conclusion. There are many power generation and they have advantages and disadvantages. But we need a new power generation, it will not pollute the environment. So, we suggest new power generation called high efficiency power generation. Thank you.